What is up, guys? My name is Nick and welcome back to another Black Ops 4 video. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to stay alive and stop dying so much within Black Ops 4. You ever get into those games where you just feel like you're dying, you're doing horrible, and it's one of those days. I literally just had that 2 days ago, and it was probably the worst day of my life. I was shooting at people first, well, not the worst day of my life, but you guys know what I'm talking about. I was shooting at people first, and I was just dying every single time, and it was annoying, so I decided to follow my own tips from previous videos and stuff, and it actually worked, and I have some tips here that I haven't mentioned yet. But nonetheless, guys, if you could do me an early favor, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel with those notifications turned on. If you guys are new around here, that would be absolutely amazing, and especially if this isn't one of my first videos that you guys are watching, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's get straight into the tips, guys. All right, and if you guys have any tips of your own, let me know down in the comments below your best tip that you guys have. Share it with everybody down in the comments, and if you guys have any whatsoever, let me know, please. And let's see what you guys use in order to actually get more kills and stay alive. What are your best tips? Let me know, guys. So the first one is going to be learning how to control the spawns. This one is actually really important. You can't just play a game mode where you're rushing and stuff and you go into the enemy spawns and then expect to get more kills, or a teammate of yours goes into the enemy spawns and gets you killed from behind. What happens if you go into the enemy spawns? They flip. They go to where your spawn is, and then you're kind of screwed, stuck where they are, and then they're going to come behind you and kill you. So make sure never to push too hard. I'll give you guys a good example. Imagine you're playing domination, you have A flag and you have B flag. Well, the C flag zone is where the enemies are going to be to capture and stuff. Make sure to stay behind the C flag line and stuff like that, and wait for the enemies to come towards you to get them out of there. So that's a pretty good tip for you guys to follow. A lot of people end up pushing the spawns, which really annoys me and stuff, especially when I'm playing with friends and they push it themselves. I hate that. Now, I want you guys to also use this tip as well. Match your playstyle with the right gun. If you like rushing and all that kind of stuff, maybe the Titan isn't the gun you should be using or anything, unless you're really good with it. I don't know what to say. But if you're playing and you like to rush and stuff, make sure to use an SMG, maybe like the Cordite with the operator mod, so you never have to reload. Maybe you guys could use the SOG and use like stock 1 and stock 2, so you can move really fast from people. And if you like to play a little rushy but stay back at the same time, maybe the KN57 or the Rampart or something like that. Those are good choices as well, but always play with the right gun for the right play style. Otherwise, you guys are just going to be dying a lot. Now, I have another one right here, guys. This one is just, I got to do it, right? So use code ItsNick on 10% off any control freaks you guys want on the website. Anything you guys want on that website. Control freaks actually help, man. I've been using them for years, and there's a lot of my subscribers who swear by these things, and they do help you out with accuracy. So if you do want to get your accuracy a little better, go ahead, use control freaks and use ItsNick for 10% off. All right, another one I want to give you guys, in my opinion, this isn't really a tip, but this is my opinion for what the best score streaks are in the game, for which ones you should be running at all times. And what I like to run is a UAV, a Hellstorm, and an attack chopper. You guys should definitely be running that set of streaks right there. The thing with the UAV is it's going to help you find out where the enemies are. The thing with the Hellstorm is you could either get 1 kill, you could get 0 kills, or you could get 4 or 5 kills, which in my opinion, it does actually happen a lot in this game. So make sure to run the Hellstorm. If you're using the Hellstorm, wait until you see that a bunch of enemies died on the kill feed and then call it in. That way they're all going to be grouped together towards their spawn, and you could get 4 or 5 of them out. And then the attack chopper, obviously, because it does do some work, or a sniper's nest, whatever you guys want. I prefer the attack chopper, to be honest. I used to like the sniper's nest, but it feels so weird right now. Going on to another one. This one, some people might call me like a really mean person, an asshole for this one, but I have to tell you guys, use teammates as bait. And when I say use teammates as bait, if you're not sure of an area on the map, and if you're not sure that there's enemies there's a bunch of them just waiting and head glitching and stuff, waiting for you to run by, wait for a teammate to run by first. Now, that's obviously not the nicest thing you could do, because that teammate is going to run into like a huge trap or something, but if you have a feeling that there's a bunch of enemies that are waiting for you to go through, don't go through. Use your teammate as bait. And another one, if an enemy keeps killing you in the same area, this one happens a lot. Everybody in this game wants revenge. If somebody kills you, let's say you're on a high streak, you have like 9 kills, you're about to get a merciless, you're about to get 10 kills, somebody kills you right then and there, you're going to be upset, and then you're going to try to go back to that same area to kill that same person. But because you're upset, you're not going to be playing as great as you were, and you're not going to be concentrating as much. So once you get back to that area, that person's going to kill you again. So what do? You go back and he kills you again. Make sure not to go to the same area over and over again, especially if you keep dying there. Get away from there. The chances of you actually winning a revenge gunfight, especially when you're angry or something, is pretty low. So make sure to get away from there. Stop feeding the enemy kills, because then he's just building up his score streaks, and that is definitely something you don't want. And the same also goes for you. And I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but there's a lot of pro players and a lot of good players and stuff. When they play the game, they might stay in the same area for about 5 seconds, 10 seconds, maybe get a few kills, but then they'll leave and they'll move on to another area of the map. And the reason they do this is because the enemies are going to have no idea. They're going to see that one player is doing really good in a certain area of the map. Let's say it's the right side or something like that, and you're doing really good there. You kill like 5 or 6 people. They're going to try and get revenge on you. So they're going to all go back there at the same time. Chances of you living when there's like 5 people trying to rush you is pretty low. So what they do, and what I do as well when I play this game, is I leave that area. You should always leave that area after you get a few kills and go to another one. Now the reason why you do this is because if you do move on to another area, the enemies will be confused. They'll have no idea that you're there, and then you could just go ahead and pick them off one by one again, move areas. They're going to go back to where you were previously, and then you could just keep doing this over and over again. And in my opinion, it's really good because the enemies get confused and you could end up getting a whole bunch of kills this way, and they just have no idea what's happening. Now I want to give you guys one last tip, and this one is really like a settings tip. I have to give you guys this. I've given you guys this one before, but you should definitely go in to your actual settings and flip your controls. So if you shoot with R2 and L2, flip it to shoot with R1 and R2. It doesn't R1 and L1, my bad. It doesn't make a huge difference, but you do aim in and shoot milliseconds faster. It's just milliseconds, but that makes all the difference in a fast arcade shooter like COD. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that, and also switch your X button and R3 button. I think it's called bumper jumper or something like that. I don't even remember what it's actually called. It's one of the settings. I'll show you guys on screen right here. Make sure to flip it so that you guys actually could start jump shotting people a lot easier. When you jump shot and move left to right, you're such a harder target to hit, and people don't like that. So make sure to definitely go ahead and do those in the settings, guys. It might get a little like hard to get used to when you actually flip X and R3, which is the joystick buttons, but knowing that you cannot take your thumb off to jump, you don't have to take your thumb off anymore. Is an actual really good feeling, and you guys don't have to worry about like actually pressing X, trying to aim again, and then the enemy killing you and stuff like that. So these are the tips I have for you. If you guys have any tips, let me know down in the comments below. And like I said, guys, if you could do me a huge favor and smack that like button and subscribe if you guys are new to the channel with those notifications turned on, that would mean the world to me, and I thank you guys so much. All right, thank you guys for watching this video. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.